east. And the moon. Through the P900. You bounce off this real quick. It's very early in the eastern sky, but it's up there wholly illuminated. Let's go back over here to the west. I'm down at ground level now. Where's the sun? Down behind that mountain over there. Getting interference from some twigs there. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go. Get the twigs out of the picture. Having a hard time getting twigs out. There we go. Somewhere in there. Right there. Let me call you back later, son. I'm in the middle of a video. Yes. No, I'm on my P900. It don't pause. Love you. We got too much light contamination for us to be gathering the skyline from this observation point. I'm at the ground now because I wanted to film the moon a little bit on this video. Let's point over here at the moon. We have a star up there. See if I can find it before I go to the moon. Bear with me. Shit's a lot harder than you think. Say, oh, do this, do this. No, you know what? Buy your own goddamn camera and show me how it's done. This P900 I've had for 3 years, and it's been knocked over, it's been beaten, it's been abused. It is a workhorse. I don't need a P1000. The P900 works just fine. That's a star up there. But I want to film the moon right now. Because I'm just CGI and lie. Kind of like NASA and Google. What do you want to look at on the moon? Tell me. How crystal clear it is. Tycho right there. 50 miles across supposedly, but you can look up there with your naked eye and observe Tycho from 235,000 some odd miles away. Try seeing a school bus from 20 miles away and see if you can do it, because that's about the same equation. I've already worked that one out, because I can look up there and I can see Tycho. But I can't see a school bus from 20 miles away, but they want you to believe that the moon is actually 235 plus miles, minus miles, right in that vicinity, miles away. How about the Sea of Tranquility right there? Let's zoom in on the Sea of Tranquility. It looks like pretty treacherous terrain to me, and that's where they supposedly landed their lunar landers. A veteran helicopter pilot wouldn't even think of laying his fucking rails down there, you fools. Let's see if we can find Copernicus. Oh yeah, crater Copernicus. Right there. That's supposed to be a crater. When that moon gets nearer to me, you're going to see them lines going across the bottom and coming back towards us. Like a phallus. As the night goes on and the moon nears me, I'll come out and I'll shoot it again in a bit. But you're going to see, you can almost see it already, how they're scattering into that position and raising up. That's not a crater. Copernicus is not a crater, it's a phallus. Why do you think these elites are worshiping phalluses? There's something about the moon, there's something about the sun that they know, that you funded them to know, that they're not revealing. There are no mysteries within this realm, people. There's only knowledge, be it hidden, lost, forgotten, or withheld. Everything is knowledge. There's nothing to be known that hasn't already been known, or it wouldn't be out there to be known. Look at that deep canyon. Hollowness of the moon. Then you got that phallus right there that they call Copernicus, where everything comes right back up at you. It drops down. There's shells in that moon right there. You can see the edge of it. And then it drops down, and it crawls across the floor, and it comes right back up at you right there at Copernicus. Who was Copernicus? Think about it. Do some research. I'm not going to tell you. Who was Sir Isaac Newton? Well, he's the one that discovered gravity. No, fools. He didn't discover gravity. He renamed weight. You must understand the word gameplay they do. Aeroplane. Why did they call it an aeroplane if it's a planet and flying around a planet and they call it a plane? Get real. Sir Isaac Newton did not discover gravity. He renamed weight. Plain and simple. As in antiquity, your feats and deeds that you accomplished in your lifetime were what you were known as. Say, me, I'd been a miner and I was digging or panning gold or whatever. I'm Brian Miner. Bill Cobbler over there worked on shoes and built designer shoes and shit, and he's known as Bill Cobbler. Joe Street, he built the streets. Adam Cook was a fabulous cook. Isaac Newton didn't discover gravity. He renamed weight, fools. Look at that. There's Tycho right there. You go over and there's a major drop off right there. And it goes down and inside of the moon in the fucking deep craters. And it goes over here to Copernicus, and Copernicus stamps right back up at you. It's a phallus. Copernicus is a phallus, it's not a crater. You can see. It's not a good time right now, but in a couple of hours it will be, as the moon nears my position. I will be able to bring in great detail them lines crossing the floor of that canyon, and then Copernicus right there growing right up out of the canyon. I've shot the moon hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of hours on this P900. It's a workhorse. It brings ships back into view that should be out over the curvature. It's a workhorse. It's only like 32 degrees out here right now, and the camera's still working fine almost. I see some hesitation in its focus and shit. It's not quite so readily focusing as it does. Look how fast the moon's moving. I'm not touching my tripod whatsoever. That's how fast the moon's coming at us. It'd be right off the screen if I don't move it here pretty soon, and I'm gonna move it. I've also presented the shimmering edge of the moon, where it looks like it's on fire due to the atmospheric contaminations and the moisture in the air, that when it's in the distance like it is right now. You see how the edge looks like it's moving and on fire? Because the moon's far away and there's a lot of atmosphere or whatever you want to call it between me and the moon right now. But when the moon gets closer and directly overhead, the pictures and the focus of the moon become very, very telling. Tycho. Oh, I'm missing my circle. Let me zoom out. Or pan back in, I mean. Excuse me. Panning in. Street lamps. Look. I don't have quite the view that I have from upstairs, but I wanted to get the moon. Look at the noble gases that are being excited by the sun. You're not seeing any of them in the southern sky over there because the sun is too far away from the southern sky to excite the noble gases as it does over here in the west. I've told you time and time again, space ain't no goddamn vacuum. It's the emptiness of matter. Nothing more and nothing less. Sorry, I'm moving my tripod, folks, to this position so that I can get a better view of the western sky. Look, there I am, Colville Inn. This thing sure moves a lot slower for focusing when it gets cold. But there it is. There's your grocery outlet market right there. And here's the pattern of sky light we're receiving right now. It's reducing in a radius, as it's only the noble gases that are exciting and gathering the light at this point in time. You're not seeing no sunlight up there, you're seeing the excitement of the noble gases that are up there. There's absolutely nothing in the north up there. Nothing whatsoever. You have to come to the northwest and the west, and as you go south, there's nothing. If the sun was 93 million miles away, such as they have led you to believe in the indoctrination system that you're forced to go into as a child, they've led you to believe this shit. Take on your own observative reality and take a look at it for yourself. See what you see. Wow, I've been talking a minute. I only got 9 minutes left on this film. So that's the western sky right now. There's no light in the south. There's no light in the north. You see a little bit of light right there as we come to the northwest, to the west, and it eliminates itself on the southwest. Yeah, that's still the Colville Inn sign south of me. And look at the radius of the noble gases that are being excited by the sun, reducing their size. Let's come back over here to the moon in the eastern sky. See, that's east. Like I said, there's my room. Right there. That's my room. 221, just like I've told you 100 times. And there's the moon right up there behind us in the east. Because that's south. That's obviously south. That's to the right of east, facing east. That's further to the right. And that's where the sun went away. And that's the last of the noble gases being excited by the sun that you're seeing over there. And then you go into the northern sky and it's totally dark. Common sense goes a long way when you apply critical thought and reason, fools. You tell me I can't photograph shit? Looks to me like it's picking up some pretty revealing reality. That's about due west, right there. That's west-northwest. That's west-southwest. And that's west. Right about there. Why are you seeing a little bit more in the west-northwest? Quite possibly because that mountain really dips down right there. That would be what I would observe. But you can obviously see that the only light being gathered by the upper plane, the land, not land, the gases in the air is only towards the west. There's nothing in the south. It's totally black in the south. Totally black. It's totally black in the north. There's mountains right there. I already showed them to you. There's one right there. Right up there where that fucking tower is. That's a mountain right there. Unless you believe that's just some kind of satellite, which is a fucking hoax in its origination anyway. Brought to you by Walter C. Scott. Do a little investigation and find out who he is. So now we're coming back around from the north to the west. And you still have a little bit of illumination from the migrating sun right out there. Soon, hopefully within these 4 minutes, so I don't have to start another video, which I'm not going to anyway. I got my dinner on the grill upstairs on low, trying to cook. Yeah, it's going to be gone. Because it's only in the very west right now that any light is being gathered in the upper planosphere. So I'll be uploading both of these videos here so that I can have a bunch of trolls and shit come and tell me how stupid and drunkard and stoned I am. But let's see what you got. Let's see what you build. You've seen my cars, you've seen my work, you fucking insist that I'm CGI, you insist I'm a idiot, you insist this, but I don't see a goddamn thing that you do except run your fucking mouse. So why wouldn't I get to the point of I'm no longer defensive, I'm offensive, I'm coming at you live. I've offered you $5,000 bet in an escrow account to go and fucking measure this curvature that doesn't exist, and you're all a bunch of chicken shit, ballast ball, sucking ball, baby ball foons that won't do a fucking thing but ridicule me. Why is that? Tell me, why is that? There must be a reason. The reason is because reality speaks for itself. There's no measurable motion out there anywhere. There's no measurable curvature out there anywhere. And that's a fact. There's only the optics of illusion brought to you by a camera. My deal's my deal. I fucking high tide, stake out this high tide, drive your stakes, start at point A, set your instrument up at a certain elevation, and shoot to point B, and see if point B is greater or lesser than point A, which it won't be. Then you move your instrument to point B, and you set it up at the same elevation as you was at point A, and you measure to point C. Sun's gone. Let's look one more time at the moon. Only got a minute left. And so on and so forth. That's the bet, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, kids, whoever wants to take it up. And there's $5,000 on that bet. Because all you got to do is match it in an escrow account and let's get this done. But nobody will do it. You just keep talking about what a retard I am and what a drunkard I am and what a stoner I am, even though I present to you the shit that I do and you don't fucking have shit to show for yourselves. You're just a big mouth fucking idiot. Plain and simple. I didn't know cabin fever had set in this hard and I could talk this long. Yeah, I did. I did it the other night too. An hour and 2-minute video with nothing but YouTube fucking trolls surfing my channel and trying to fucking leave comments to the people to make me look like an idiot without presenting any valid communication whatsoever. It just goes to show, folks. I'm done. My barbecue is upstairs. Not barbecue, but my grill is upstairs and my food's getting done and I should be on checking it, and this video has ran its line of time. Bye.